this is Women's History Month this month. Last month we had Black History Month celebrating everything in Black video games, the video game characters. We celebrated Destiny characters. We celebrated characters from Horizon. The beautiful, beautiful artwork that they had in Horizon, the CGI, just as much as they made them look so good, it didn't make any sense. Like that was probably the best display of Black characters I've ever seen in a video game, overall,
Yeah.
hands down, ever. Just going to recap real quick last month and talk about the games that happened last month. You know what games came out for us last month, Greg?
Whew, last month we had a lot. We had
Pokemon.
technically I think that was January, but it was like the very, very end of
Yeah.
January, early February. So we got Pokemon Legends Arceus, we
Mhm.
got Horizon, we got Elden Ring,
Elden
we
Ring. Yep.
got I want to
King of
say
Fighters.
the Bungie Sony acquisition. We got
Yes.
there was another big one, the Activision mix up with Microsoft. We got
Mhm.
Sifu. Like, whew,
A lot of games. Good games
yeah,
came out.
yeah.
So,
I
a
mean,
lot of games.
February is insane.
Yeah. So Greg from Dadpad Gaming and our other co-host who's not here today. Shout out to you, Nick, Captain's Lounge, Nick. They've been playing Seafood. They played Elden Ring. They played a bunch of games. So they have heavy experience. Pokemon with Greg with that heavy experience, heavy gameplay with that. So I can tell February was a good month for them in particular. For me on
Yeah,
my side, February was a good month because we had Destiny with the Witch Queen.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
And King of
yes.
Fighters. Don't forget
And King of
KOF.
Fighters,
I
King of
still
Fighters too.
I still got to make my way over to that, man. I'm definitely going to be challenging you whenever I find the time to practice and the
I need
funds to get
them.
it. We're on. We on.
What I need King of Fighters S&K. I need y'all to go ahead and get the code going for the crossplay. Everybody's in this world now. It's time. It's time. Y'all got to do the same thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, y'all
That's a
got to
little
do it.
complicated. So because I know a lot of people don't know, I'm just going to go ahead and get this out there really quickly. The
Mhm.
biggest hurdle against crossplay is a game has to be big enough, because on Sony's end they are charging essentially a royalty
Mm.
to have those games be crossplay, where PC, Microsoft,
Mhm.
and Nintendo are all just like, hey, play wherever you want. Sony is charging like a monthly fee or some sort to actually let
Mm.
those games be crossplay. So unless it's coming from a developer or publisher that's big enough to eat the bill, or a game big enough to afford the bill,
Mhm.
it may not make it crossplay. Unfortunately, we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, I, I say do what y'all got to do. Make sure that you're able to do that if y'all can, because it's smart. Smart business is more way to make money. Everybody's into the crossplay. I want to play with my brother. He's probably the only person in the world that I love playing, this particular game, fighting games against, because me and him have a sibling rivalry, and
Oh
you know how
yeah,
sibling rivalries get. So,
yeah.
so
I finally crushed my big brother a few years ago, and I ain't looked back since. So I
uh,
understand that.
definitely understand that. So, um get to this real quick. So Destiny Witch Queen, going into Destiny the Witch Queen storyline, I'm going to say that it is the best storyline that they have done, hands down. Like, anybody who's been playing this and going through this, if you play it on legendary mode,
Hmm.
chances are
Whew.
you have gotten your behind kicked.
Oh
You have gotten your behind kicked in some of the missions. If you went in there by yourself with a team,
yeah.
y'all got a great chance. But them enemies, they don't play no games. They don't run from you. They do not have any fear of you. They come to you and tell you what it is. They come to you and say, "Okay, we're handing out hands." So,
Hmm. So
so
let me
go
ask
ahead.
you, Mike. What class do you run?
Titan. I am a Titan.
Titan. Oh yeah. See,
Titan.
now
Mighty punch.
I did not play a lot, but I did play
Okay.
the opening mission. And while
Okay.
I cannot say anything in absolute, what I can say is from the opening mission of Witch Queen,
Hmm.
it gave to me the type of vibe that this is probably like the highest production value, the highest level of cinematics that they've brought to a Destiny game. Because even in that opening mission, which I did play in Legendary because thug life.
Did you have fun with that one?
Man, I had a ball. See, I run Warlock with Devour. And now that they bring in like the modular pieces for each class, I did Feed the Void, and I was able to kind of get my grenade set up a certain way. I had the my stats going up to where those grenades kept feeding in, so I kept healing myself through Feed the Void. Man, I was going crazy. I might have died maybe twice on that opening level, and I think both times we were against a boss. But like, if that's what they're giving us, especially with the way that the stasis classes and now the void class, if we're eventually going to get that out of the solar and the art classes as well, I'm all for it, because it's so much more fun when it's modular and you get to create your own class. Like, I understand that PvP is competitive and everybody has to kind of get in where they fit in, but the funnest thing about PvE is the fact that you get to kind of play through that power fantasy, and now that you can really make your class your own thing, it just brings you closer to your guardian. So while I'm buried in the likes of the reviews of Horizon and Elden Ring and Gran Turismo, I need a moment. While I'm buried in all of that, like, I'm looking at my friends list on Destiny, like, soon, my love, soon.
Listen, I can't wait to play with you, because I have never played Destiny with you yet. I played with Nick, so I can tell that there will be some good gameplay coming out of you when it's that time to play with you.
Oh yeah.
From my personal experience with Destiny, the thrill that I get out of this, I don't think people understand what thrills does to people in video games. I think some people want to play games because it's like, oh man, it's so hot, it's so this, but it's like, when you legitimately can feel the fear in yourself as you're playing the game. I found it. Good job. Good job.
Remote, y'all. We found the remote. We eating, boys.
Yeah, I got you. So this experience that I'm getting out of this, I'm gonna tell. Oh my God, building the glaive. Dude. Daddy time. This is Greg from Dad Pad Gaming Time. That's how I go.
Right.
And the kids with him. So the glaive, I swear, I love that glaive. It is so good. It is so good. It is so good. Like, you can tell what weapons are strong against some enemies and what weapons aren't strong. Like, if you're running your old classic weapons, chances are they not doing nothing to those enemies. Those enemies are just
really. So like one thing that I found to be interesting, I know with the swords, you have to have ammo, which I always thought was ridiculous, but you had to have ammo in order for the sword to do any type of real damage.
Yes.
But with the glaive, the ammo, but with the glaive, the melee functions of it do not need ammo, and you only need ammo for the projectile coming from it. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yo, listen, you hit somebody with that, you can combo it. You know how I just go one and that's it? This is like a back to the head, slice in the front, and another move with it. It's like all three, and you could just, and enemies coming around you could just swing it on all of them.
Oh, I'm liking the sound of this.
Yeah.
Hit him with a little 2-piece and a biscuit,
But then, like, think about it. This is just the first stages of the glaive. There's so much attachments you can do to it. You can readjust it. You can put more range on it. You can put more damage on it.
Wow.
But you can actually change it up because you upgrade it. You actually upgrade it the more kills you get. You'll see, like, enemies defeated, you can actually start upgrading it. But what makes it good too is that you can use it like the power levels. So if you get a gun that's strong enough, you don't want that gun, exchange it with the glaive and make the glaive stronger.
So so are all weapons modular, kind of like the glaive sounds like at this point, or is it just the glaive?
Something to all the weapons now. So now when you're using the weapons, the weapons have this thing on it. If you ever see a weapon, it'd be red. It'd be a red box around the weapon. And when you go around the weapon, when you get a certain amount of kills, it will tell you can do something to this gun now.
Ooh.
You can actually upgrade this gun and make this gun 10 times stronger than what it is.
So almost like a catalyst.
Yep. But it's not a catalyst. You can add it. You can, and the crazy part is you can still put a catalyst on that particular gun when you can get it.
Interesting. So Oh my god! So you mean to tell me? So right now, if I go and I find like Trinity Ghoul is one of my favorite exotic bows. So if I find in this new reset, if I find a new Trinity Ghoul, it will have its own set of stats that it can upgrade through this new like weapon skill tree almost. On top of the fact that I can activate the catalyst.
Yeah,
that is insane.
Depending on, but you'll see it. It'll have some. It's a special type of gun. So if you get a bow and arrow, if you see the bow and arrow has red around it, keep that bow and arrow because you can upgrade this bow and arrow a certain way now. You can add things to the bow and arrow.
Gotcha. And just to clarify, shout out to my boy Lelouch V. So in clarifying, it's actually the legendary weapon. So the legendary weapons have new skill trees.
Exotics.
So the exotics will just stay with, which is fine because those catalysts make most of those weapons overpowered either which way. So cool.
Yes.
But now we can have overpowered legendary weapons. I'm here for it.
Yes. So
yeah.
Listen, we're gonna move on from this, and we'll come back to Destiny a little bit later because we're heading into Women's Month, and with Women's Month, we're gonna start off with a horror game.
Ooh. It's a horror game, okay.
Yes.
Peggy 18.
Is this a dream? Or is it not? Tell me a dream, please. I am in the woods near Nanny's house. I have the feeling that something bad is going to happen at any moment, so I look around with caution. I go to the lake and sit on the dock, dipping my feet in the water as always. It's the peak of winter and it's very cold. My feet begin to feel icy and weighty, getting heavier and heavier. I try to pull them out of the water, but I can't. The harder I try, the more they sink. The lake rises up to my knees and continues to get higher and higher. I try to hold on to the dock with all my strength, but my back is scratching against the wood. I have to give up. Now I'm underwater. I can see very little, but I can breathe. The water is warm, and I feel much better. However, in a short time, I realize I can no longer feel my feet. I look over to see my sister, Martha, who is eating me. She's long dead and looks horrible. She's decayed. Her lips and ears are missing. Her dull eyes are absent from expression. I hear the sound of my bones crumbling without resistance against her teeth. She bites and swallows, bites and swallows, rising into my knees. I become increasingly nauseous to the point where I violently throw up. I'm surrounded by pieces of my own body, shreds of flesh, scraps of bone, all in a murky cloud that spreads out amongst the water. With each new wheeze, I'm so scared. What should I do?
I'm laughing because that game is, I'm not a big horror guy. I'm, it's whatever with me, but yeah, that game was pretty interesting. Martha is dead. So with Martha is Dead, I am bringing in one of my childhood buddies, actually now family, which I found out later on in my life. Of course, one of my TBC brethrens right here, bringing in my guy B for Barkus. What's going on, baby?
What's up? The game is
So
nuts.
the game was nuts. Okay, so while we're talking about it, um, what was your experience with Martha is Dead? What was your experience with it overall?
Like I went in with the mindset that is like, from how it was being hyped up as like a psychological horror or psychological thriller. I'm like, okay, I'm basically going to be moving along, interacting in what would feel like a film, and essentially it did do that. It accomplished that. It definitely has some highs and it has some very drawn out lows. But
Right.
overall, I enjoyed the game. Would I play it again? Not likely. But it it was an experience for parts that were its highs, especially when it came to its visuals and gore.
Okay. All right. So with the game itself, me watching it from I guess from a fan standpoint, I would say that from a viewership standpoint, your interactions with the game sometimes is what was making the game more interesting. I feel like somebody has to have character to play that game. What do you think about that?
As someone who loves horror, I love horror, but who is also very squeamish, especially when it comes to like dead things. The way that it kind of immersed you into the acts that happen along with the dead, yeah, it made my soul want to vacate. That was
Yeah.
like when it went there, it really went there with it.
Right. There's definitely highlights of him jumping, and it was like I made clips of like
I'm gonna
him
get
jumping.
around to
Not
that
to give
again.
away,
Yeah. I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I don't want to give away the story, but yeah, I'm gonna get around.
give away too much,
stuff.
but you will get the crip walking out your seat a little bit. So
Yeah.
So if you had to give this game overall rating, what would you give this rating?
I'm between
And
like
why?
a 6.5 and a 7, and
Okay.
I can talk about the things that I liked, and I can talk about the things that I didn't like. But the things I loved about the game is that it was atmospheric, and the visuals were great. I love the way it looked, especially the sound design and being in the forest. Like it really brought me back to my childhood of running around in the woods and the sounds, and they did a really good job with that. And being that it takes place in 1944, they did a decent job with the architecture and the details in the household and around the surrounding villa. Um, and they put like extra effort into kind of putting information out there in the game that kind of lets you cues you in on what's happening outside, because this
Right.
is right in the middle of World War II. So you would hear productions on the radio and in the newspaper. You'd read the newspaper and you'd see what's going on. And I really did appreciate that as far as like the game itself. The story as it unraveled, it really did keep me engaged. There were a few twists that I did see coming, but like ultimately, I really wasn't prepared for what was going to happen in the end, and I wasn't prepared for some of the violence that you get put through in the game.
Okay.
Like for somebody like me who's like really squeamish around dead things, when it went there, it really like, yeah, it shook me in some parts. You want to know a little bit about what I wasn't really jiving with in the game?
Okay, my bad. I'm just working on my sound. That's all. I apologize. Anyway, um, so
I can go over a couple things that I really like that bugged me about the game.
go ahead. You can go over that. Go ahead.
The bugs. The controls. The controls in the game got to a point where I streamed the game. I streamed the entire game. I was getting visibly frustrated with the clunkiness in the controls. Yeah, I remember at one point I even said, "Yo, I need crosshairs on my screen because when it comes to interacting with some things, they would require like pinpoint accuracy at times, and it was just super annoying. Other times I would walk around, and you saw it. I would just be walking 1 second, and I would just clip and be faced upward the next second, and using other things like the boat. There's a bicycle in the game. It nearly knocked me out of my experience of being immersed in the game.
Right.
So that was one thing that just really got on my nerves. Also, there is some pacing issues with the story. A lot of parts are drawn out, and being that this is sort of like a murder mystery, there's always going to be information that's withheld, and it's something that we see in cinema. Like I said, I compare this to like interacting in a movie, and you always have, say, 70-80% through a film, your exposition dump, where information is finally revealed and you begin to piece things together. Well, the exposition, though I do like the way that the developers chose to deliver it, with the puppeteering and leaving some of the events up to your imagination. It was such a long and tedious process to get through it all. By the end of those parts, you kind of just wasn't interested. You were kind of like, all right, let's just like click through. So there was definitely some pacing issues, and I imagine like they were trying to stretch the game to like a 6-hour game, which is why those parts were so slow, which is why the walking in the game was so slow. I wish I could have toggled the run button, and running didn't really make you move that much faster. But if I could have toggled it, I would have just left it on. But I'm still having to hold the run button the entire game to move quickly through things. You're running through forests and stuff.
Right. Okay.
But
so while we're here, a couple minutes left with this. Explain to us what was going on in this moment for your gameplay.
Oh, I mean, this is right in the beginning of the game. And so it is a lot of setup that's going on. There is a lot of exposition and details that are being kind of just explained to you through storytelling. So, I mean, being that this was the first time I'm playing the game, of course, like I'm locked in. I'm trying to like get into everything that's going on. And I'm not sure if this is the intense part, but it's a very atmospheric game. So like as far as like the sights and the sounds, and you just trying to navigate everything, it's dark. I'm on my toes. Like I'm just like, like you're still trying to figure out what's going on. And you're just kind of thrown into this story where like you're just chilling, you're setting up a camera, and you find your dead sister in a lake. And so from the get, it just jumps you in, and you just go with it. Like you just start this ride immediately.
Okay. All right, cool. Listen, that was great insight on a game that is hard based. I'm not a fan of hard games. I can't tell y'all my experience, but I can tell y'all if whoever's interested in games that are like psychological thrillers and horrors like that, please check that out. Like
it's definitely worth checking out. If you are a fan of storytelling, if you're a fan of twisted tales, if you're a fan of thrillers, I would even say like Stephen King novels and stuff like that, this is something that you can enjoy. But if you are anticipating running through hacking and slashing and all that other type of stuff, like no, I wouldn't jump into this. You would be
okay. Well, everyone, please check out Martha is Dead. That was Bag Show's review. Thanks, B for Barkus, for joining and helping out with that and giving your great reviews. Any last words you want to say before we kick you out of here? No, I'm playing.
Nah, I'm good. Just
where can they reach? Where can they reach out to you?
TikTok, B for Barkus, same name.
TikTok, B for Barkus. Yep. You're celebrity on TikTok, y'all. Y'all got to check his content out.
I'm not that
much. All right, thanks. After this,
thank you.
We're gonna go to commercial, get something in, guys. We'll be right back with y'all. Thanks, B.
Competition going crazy. Lost control of what you playing. Legalization, so you smashing. Metro Esports, yeah, we have it. Do you wanna learn for the best? Yeah. Coaches who will put you to the test. Yeah, come down and sharpen your skills. Drop a Fortnite, Call of Duty, get kills. Yeah, NBA 2K, shoot your shot and make some plays. We got tournaments all day. Make some money, make it rain. Games is not all that we got. Learn you some coding and get yourself taught. Making new friends on the way to the top. Join the community, have you some fun. Metro Squad, repping the city of Philly with all that we got. Let's rock. Come down and join us and get yourself ready to drop. Join the community, have you some fun. Metro Squad, repping the city of Philly with all that we got. Let's rock. Come down and join us and get yourself ready to drop.
Excited to announce a new league is coming to Gears of War. Introducing.
Se puede complicar aún más. Están perdiendo lo último. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 1 of the Metro Esports Gears of War Women's League. I'm Blaze, joined with the team.
Ooh. What's going on, guys?
Reporting to you live from the dead.
That's really loud. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that, guys. But what's going on? You know what it is. It's your boy Greg with Dad Pad Gaming. Here I am again this week with another breakdown for you. This week we've been playing some Elden Ring, man. Elden Ring is developed by FromSoft and published by Bandai Namco and just released this past Friday. It is a game that is a Souls game down to the bulk of it all. It is very difficult, and we are just going to present you guys with a couple tips to kind of get by in the world of Elden Ring so that you don't get your butt kicked too bad. Let's go ahead and roll that tape. It's your boy Greg with Dad Pad Gaming with a bit of a doubleheader today. So welcome back to anybody who is viewing and here for some goodies. So I'm gonna make this a short one. As you can see, my daughter's over here eating and stuff, and I don't know how long she's gonna be cool before she goes, crazy out here. So I'm gonna try to make this a very quick one, and we will also go ahead and try to get this edited and put up on YouTube. But we are playing Elden Ring, and I'm going to show you guys a wonderful little discovery that was made by the homie Rob. It is a farming method that is very, very fruitful. So just kind of hang out with me here. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a walkthrough, give you some quick tips on things that you may want to get in line before we get going, and so on. All right. So I am playing on PlayStation 5. I'm going to assume that this is going to kind of be the same either which way. So I'm going to leave from where I am. We're going to go back to the first steps. What are the first steps? Stranded Grave, first step. There we go. All right, here we go. So this is something that you can do fairly early in the game. First thing you want to do is you want to get your horse. The horse is fairly simple to get. You simply have to find, I believe, there's a lot of rumors going on about what it is. As far as I know, you just have to find 4 to 5 of these rest at sites of grace. So if you find the sites of grace, the trick is you hit triangle to activate them, and you want to hit triangle a second time to rest at 4 of them. Once you get to your 4th or 5th one, you will get the maiden. The maiden will pop up. She will offer you a horse. She will offer you the level up option within your rest spots. And as you can see, I'm already at a cool young level 40, and this is on the day after launch. So a couple things we want to do. So first and foremost, you're going to want a decent enough weapon because we're going to go to an area that we've got no business going to here, and these enemies will one-shot you. So what I would recommend is over, let's see here. Where is it? This is the gate front. So over at the gate front, I'm just going to fast travel here for the sake of everyone's time. Over at the gate front, which is along the golden path to beat the game, you can find a pretty solid weapon, so long as you have the ability to wield it. is going to kill this guy. Usually that one shots him if I charge it long enough. I guess I didn't. But right up here in this chest, there is a weapon available to you. I've already got that weapon, and this is just right outside of the whole Storm Gates deal very early in the game. I'll show you what that weapon looks like. So that weapon is this here, the Lord Sworn Great Sword. As you can see, you need a strength of 16, dexterity of 10 in order to wield it. It is a heavy weapon, but it does some pretty solid damage for early in the game, though it's a bit slower. But from here, a couple things go on. Towards the middle of the map here, what we're looking for is the third church here, the third church of Marika. This is where you want to go. So I'm just going to zoom this out so you can kind of see where it is. We've kind of got a bit of a gulf here where the sea meets. If you come up to the river well, you're too far south. Just travel up the road north a bit and you'll find it. But anyway, what we want to do is we want to transfer here. So the idea is once you have a weapon that is at least okay enough to do some solid damage, you'll find some pretty sweet items here that can help you to extend, I want to say, your flask. And then there's also a bowl over here that also has another item in it. Be sure to pick those up. Those are wonderful. You'll definitely want to get them. You can activate this site of grace for fast travel, though you won't be fast traveling here much after this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the back side of the church here. See where we are on the map, just around the back side. And there's this little creek or pond, whatever you like to call it. We'll follow this all the way back into this corner here. Yep, you see we're getting all the magic hoop-de-doop-de. That's because there is a magic mirror back here. And who's the fairest one of them all? The runes that we're about to collect. You'll hit triangle or I think Y to activate, and you will go ahead and hit yes. You want to travel. So what this is going to do is it's going to bring us to the Grail's Dragon Burrow. So a couple things to note. This guy here is a pretty badass boss. You want to avoid him. There's also this other scary guy in here at the Bestial Sanctum. Go ahead and come in here. You want to go ahead and rest at this site of grace and activate it to get your fast travel so you can come here as many times as you want. Testament to it, this guy is safe. He's not going to hurt you. In fact, you can talk to him. He doesn't really talk back. He just grunts at you. He won't attack you. Now, understand that where we are right now is a very dangerous place. So there are two ways you can do this. And I just want to go ahead and let you guys know. Look, check this out. Boom. 88 damage to him. Watch my guy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Boom. One shot. I'm dead. You see what I'm saying? So you do not want to mess with this guy. He's extremely dangerous. He hits like a truck and you will pay the price. You can see here I've dropped 9,000 runes. Should I be panicking? Probably. However, what I'm going to show you here next is a way to farm so many runes. The 9,000 runes that I just dropped will not really be much of a concern. So what I say you want to use your horse for is there are a couple drops over here that could be a bit questionable, and you don't want to necessarily die if you don't have to. But ultimately, what we're going to do is, you see here, this area that we're in, we're going to kind of go in a horseshoe pattern, kind of down, around, and back up. And I'll show that to you here. What we're looking for are these guys. They are really slow, but really strong. Once they attack you, they do lots of damage. You want to creep through this area. Boom. Creep up on them. Get them from behind. Lock onto them. And just swing for the fences. Boom. How many is that? 1,094 runes for one kill. So the idea is there's lots of these guys here. I can't make it up. There's probably about 20 of them. So the trick is you don't want to get greedy. There are a few areas where you might catch multiple hanging out in one area. So you want to be careful not to get too greedy because there's enough of these guys. See what I'm saying? There's two of them over there, and these guys can and will one-shot kill you. So you don't want to get too greedy. So I'm going to go ahead and leave those two alone. And then what I'm doing is I'll usually go through this area clicking the right stick, because all there are in this area are a couple animals, that one boss that I just showed you that just completely, totally wrecked my shit, and a bunch of these guys. Boom. There we go again. So we can keep going. There was another one across the way over there, but he's kind of out in the middle. I don't really want to worry about him. We got another one over here. So I'm just going to go ahead, creep in. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, man? So, and then when they see you, they'll kind of stop and stare your way. So you'll have time to kind of course correct. All right, he stopped looking. He's kind of looking again. So I'm just going to come around this way, maybe. Oh, there we go. So we're going to creep up behind him. Boom. Shank him in the back. Hit him with that quick 4 or 5 piece. Drop him. Now, if I use my greatsword would take this guy out very quickly. Usually in about 3 to 4 swings, opposed to I think the 4 to 5 that I'm using now. And we're just going to keep going down, because, like, again, there's a bunch of these guys. The only thing that you want to be aware of is when they stop, that means they're getting ready to turn around soon. So either hurry up and get to them, or just avoid them altogether. And also be careful of any of them that are, again, in groups or entirely too close to a wall, because if you catch one to a wall and your sword clanks up against that rock, you're going to be screwed, because that may give them the opportunity they need to attack. Again, these guys will one-shot kill you, so just be very careful. So again, I'm just kind of clicking through. Right stick, R3, or the right stick if you're on Xbox. I don't know what that looks like for PC. But see, now I found my next one here. I'm still a little bit of a ways off, so I'm just going to walk up to him a little faster. Boom. He stopped walking. He was going to turn around soon. Got there just in time. Stab him in the back. Boom, boom. Wop, wop. Scoodles. He dead. Boom. 5,000. There's a second one over here somewhere. That guy just killed me. He scared the bejesus out of me. So again, I'm just clicking the right stick so I can activate the lock on. That's a deer. Up there he is. And then that's like the wonderful thing. As you get used to running these routes, you kind of get a feel for where they are. Oh shit. See, he's got me. So no biggie. If he sees us, we're gonna get on our horse. We're just gonna get out of here. Sorry, I've been playing some Horizon. So right now the dash button in Horizon is L3. In this game, it's L3 to get off the horse. So that's really been jacking me up. But anyway, we're just gonna leave him there. No biggie. Why? Because there are plenty more. So we're gonna go back into our horseshoe pattern, back up this hill. Now you can, and I guess I'll point this out to you. There is another spot of grace here. You can activate that one as well if you want. There's a dragon over there, so definitely don't get close. He will wreck you as well. This is definitely a place that we're too underleveled to be at naturally. But anyway, the benefit to coming the other way around, I think, especially until you kind of get a handle of where these guys are, it benefits you to have the high grounds. You get a better view of what's going on and who's around you. And then there's another reason I do it that way as well, because again, it's about efficiency here, and you run into more enemies when you do it the way I'm doing it. And then there's also a safe route as well that we'll need the horse for. I'll show you once we get back up towards the top. Let's see here. There's another one of these guys over here. Oh, there he is. So I want to say you're going to be careful over here, because yeah, you see there's one here, there's 3 here. This guy is by himself. Usually he won't get close enough to them to notice you kill him. So you can. Oh, he sees me. But again, like I said, there's so many of these guys, and I'm sure you're really getting the point of that now. that you don't necessarily have to stress if you miss 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them even. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to hop on the horse for a little bit just to move a little quicker. All right, cool. We'll hop off the horse. You see we got another guy straight ahead. And then once I even lock in, I will kind of flicker my stick just to make sure it doesn't lock on to another enemy anywhere around the way. That guy's walking towards me. So, I want to be careful. Because again, if he discovers me and he engages, I am going to lose that fight every time. Like, if you have the ability, like a magic ability, you can hit them from afar. As you see, they move pretty slow, and they are prone to flinch damage. So you can make them flinch to prevent them if you have magic attacks that are quick enough to do it. But again, try not to go that way. Chicken for the baby. Need help? He needs help. And you see how, how safe I am here. I can feed my baby yogurt, not have to worry about an attack, because these guys are generally far and few between. It's gone, baby. Got it? Good. Okay. She's yelling at me about yogurt that's all gone. She ate it all. You guys ever see that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick eats his candy bar and then accuses SpongeBob of stealing it? That's my daughter right now. Cool. So that guy, when in doubt, wait it out. We're just going to watch him. He should eventually stop, turn around, and walk back towards the other way. Yes, baby? You done? Okay. That guy's moving really slow. So we'll leave him as is. Because again, there's so many of them that you don't necessarily have to thirst or stress over one in particular. And you don't have to worry about much of anything. Like, so long as you oh wait, I can actually go back for him now. So long as you're patient in the way that you do this, you'll set yourself up in a way to where even if you get caught slipping, these enemies are so far apart that you can literally just go and pick up your wells or your runes wherever you may have dropped them. Sometimes they drop some pretty sweet loot as well, so feel free to, of course, collect that and use it to your heart's content. But like I said, so because of the fact that they're so isolated, a lot of times if you do die and you drop your runes, it's really easy to go back on that horse, ride around, and pick them up. So this is a really easy and stress-free way to do any type of farming. And you see that quick, I know I dropped that 9,000 over in front of the boss. That's really about the only place you don't want to drop your runes, because it can be a bit risky trying to pick them up from the boss. But, oh, he sees us. So, we gotta get our souls roll on. Okay. Just going back the other way. Oh, creep in. We backstabbers, backstabbers. We got him. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. He almost got far away enough to dodge that last hit. That would have been bad for me, but it's all good. I think there's another one over here somewhere. Like I say, you just want to be cautious, especially until you learn where these guys are. It's not here? Cool. All right, so we got the one there. Again, I'm clicking in. I'm flickering my stick. The dual sense analog stick, that is, We on them. Boom. Shank them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Death. He's dead. Boom. And we come back up. Still, don't get too comfortable. So then from here, the reason that you want your horse is there's a way that you can completely avoid the boss. you sometimes won't be able to jump over this so cleanly and get up there, especially if you're a heavier build. Boom, double jump. I'm off the horse. I'm running back in. Now, I know some people like to play for the thrill. So you can come in here, rest. Of course, you can go and level up, which is what I do. I don't like to really play the game of chance. But some people like the thrill of walking around with a bunch of runes and seeing how many they can get before they drop them. But I mean, from here, it's just it's just wash, rinse, repeat. So I can come back out here again and just start the process over, and you can do this as many times as you'd like. All right, but again, guys, that is more or less how you are going to farm all of your runes in Elden Scrolls. So if you do like this video, please give me a like, subscribe. I have a handful of reviews on my YouTube channel. We'll have other content, maybe around Elden Ring, maybe not. There'll definitely be reviews coming. I am currently working on the review for Horizon Forbidden West. We will get a video review for Elden Ring. Gran Turismo is right around the corner as well. And then I'm also gonna get some Destiny in. So with that being said, I do want to remind you that we do appreciate all of your patronage on Twitch. Please give me a like, a subscription, a follow, however you'd like to do it. Drop comments. I appreciate all the love and time that you were able to dedicate to us here over at DadPat Gaming, because you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with us, and it means the world to me. So again, thanks you guys for stopping by today. Have a wonderful day. Maybe we'll be back to stream later, but for now, I'm going to go farm some more runes, and I'm going to help my daughter eat these chicken nuggets and watch some Coco Melon. Good day, guys. There we go. So you guys can definitely go ahead, work on getting good when it comes to the road of Elden Ring. So next here, we have this week's reviews here. Mike, you with us now? So you're muted, buddy. We're gonna go ahead and go over this week's reviews, man, because we got a lot going on. I see that we got Shadow Warriors 3 at the top, which came out today, and that is actually going to be a PlayStation Now launch free game. So looks like they're kind of getting their Game Pass on a little bit, which is interesting.
They're ready, huh?
Right, you know, we got Conan Chop. What else we got coming today? We got Puzzle Quest 3, Alex 2, as well as Far Changing Tides. I'm not sure what that is, but that name sounds very Japanese. We've got Pants Quest. Do we know what that is?
I have no clue.
Like, while we're going through this list, I don't know if it's possible. Can we get a trailer for Pants Quest at some point? Can we close the show with that? I gotta know what that is. We've also got Little Orpheus, and what's that? Instruments of Destruction on Steam early release, or Steam rather. Would you like to go ahead and hit us with March 2nd onward there, Mike?
March 2nd is looking like Zombie Rollers Pinball Heroes. Sound fun. 35. I'm guessing that's 35 millimeters.
I would guess, maybe.
I'm guessing that's what that is.
Is that like a giant headphone jack?
Yeah, listen. Musical story. We have Babylon's Fall. I did hear good things about that one right there in particular. Yeah. So that you got Gran Turismo 7. I can tell, Greg, you're looking forward to that, possibly.
yeah. I've not been heavy into a Gran Turismo since the PS2 era. But now, as I am older and I actually drive and understand the concepts of that of a driving simulator more, I'm excited to kind of try my hand in it and see what comes of it.
Right. Well, listen, this is Gran Turismo. At the end of the day, you can't go wrong with a good-looking game. That's definitely one, because they always probably have the best graphics out of every one. I'm almost imagining. So, you got Triangle Strategy, which is a Switch exclusive, Survival Quiz City, and then our last, What Lies in the Multiverse. It's on all systems.
Deadpool is what lies in the multiverse. I'm sure of it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So with that here, we've kind of worked through the list here. To our magical guys back in production, I don't know if you're able to, But if you have the Pants Quest trailer, now is the time, because we need to see this. The world needs to see what the quest for pants looks like, because I'm so curious. Like, what is it? Like Mike, tell me what you think this game is.
All I could think of is a pair of khakis and somebody walking around like in a pair of khakis. I don't think anything else outside of that. I really can't even.
So here's my theory. The game is about a pair of pants who is in a game similar to a Mario game. And you know how at the end of the level in Mario, he jumps on the pole and the flagpole thing? At the end of the level, the pants don't jump onto a flagpole. They jump onto a pair of legs. That's what it has to be. What other kind of quest would pants go on, right?
Huh? I'm over here trying to look something up about it and learn what this game is.
Here we are. The magical spirits over in the production lab have found a trailer for us. So we've got a guy without pants. Right. I might be right. He does not have on pants. He still doesn't have on pants.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, it's getting even worse.
So he's doing okay. So is he?
And it's raining outside. That's how bad it is for him.
He's looking for his pants. So it's the opposite of what I said.
What if his pants become the hero? Like, or he got he's the hero that's looking for him. Oh my god, it blew the light out.
Is there a plot twist where his pants stolen by a murderer? What is this?
And he's crying.
Yeah. I'm here for it. That's coming to Steam. It's on Steam this week, guys. Go figure out what that game is telling us to do, because
definitely do that and send us a review of that. Like, let us know, what did you think about the quest of finding the pants? Like, I'm about to go for beef for Barkers. Hey, can you go download this game and go find these pants for this man, please?
Right. Because clearly the game that I envision is like the sequel or the prequel to this one. So we've got to get both in. So to whoever developed that game, make sure you get the next game in. You got the idea here on Bag First. The pants are on a journey back to that guy's legs.
The pants they're on the journey back. Journey to the west. Go find my pants. And I'm guaranteeing you they're khakis.
They've got it. You didn't see that shirt? Those are definitely khakis. He's
going to work. Listen, I had a hunch it was about khakis. So I mean, look.
So
the game
we were both right.
Interested to see. I want to see Instruments of Destruction, but we'll get to that at some point. So
yeah, definitely so.
All right. Well, with that, we are going to move on to our next segment. Ring it in. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, we got Lady Sadiqa in the building.
Yes, she is here. As soon as she,
as soon as she unmutes her, pops on her camera.
I guess she's not here. She'll be back. We'll get her back. We'll get her back. That's the goal. So, while we're waiting for Miss Sadiqa Love, maybe we can. I want to get a little bit more Destiny in while we wait for that. So, going forward with the storyline in Destiny, Savathun shows up a couple different times in this game.
I seen her in that first mission. She was just kind of mad chilling.
Now, they hinting at something. There's an ability that you get within the game. It might be arc ability. You're fighting Savathun in this particular story. I forgot which one is this. I think it's the Battlegrounds, maybe the Battlegrounds one. So you pick up this big spear, big long spear, and you're chucking it at her, but it's doing arc damage.
Yeah. So we got another new weapon coming, it sounds like. And hopefully that means that the next modular update for the next class is going to be arc, because as a warlock, I absolutely love arc damage almost as much as I love void, because that arc damage makes you feel so good to hit one and kill 10 while hitting the one. So
yeah, and
I know they said they were doubling down on chain damage with the arc and healing with solar, because they want to make each one of these different elements feel very, very unique, like moving forward. Is that right?
Yeah, it does. So a lot of It does a lot of damage because that's the only way you can actually hit Savathun in here. You have to hit her with them spirits. Anything else does no damage.
Okay, gotcha. So is she dead? She survives, I'm assuming. Spoiler alert, of course.
You ain't killing Savathun no time soon.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming here. So
I'm not going to tell the whole thing because we're still progressing into it. Yeah,
definitely here.
She's showing up. But with that being said, we're bringing in the other queen. The queen of my life is actually,
right.
But bringing in
we're going to continue the train of women that we cannot kill.
Yes.
Miss Sadiqua in the building.
Hello.
What's going on?
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
You see,
first of all, while we're live on the stream right now, and she knows exactly what I'm about to say. Why?
Why what?
Why? Was this a setup or something?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But I want to say hello, everyone. I'm sorry for what happened. I think I was in the queue for so long, right? That the software was like, all right, bye. Y'all obviously don't want her. And then as soon as y'all pull me up on the screen, it kicks me out. So,
right.
But we're here now, right?
Right.
But when you leave out of the stream, listen, everybody that's watching, please welcome in the lovely Miss Sadiqua Love, representatives of Metro Esports.
Yes.
I'll
do it.
She brought a friend along with her too, who's directly next to her. Like I don't see it, but
I don't know what he's talking about, y'all. Okay. But I'll let y'all know who I am if y'all haven't seen me for the last 4 episodes now. I'm Sadiqua Jones. I go by Sadiqua Love out here in the world. First and foremost, my most important role in life is I am a mobile games killer. Okay, I rank high up on the mobile games. Okay, I just ranked number 1 in my local whatever on Angry Birds. Angry Birds, I think 2 or whatever. Like the Eagles roost. Okay, I was number.
Go ahead, sis. Talk your ish.
I was number 4 in the tournament, in the arena where you play against people online. I was number 4 this week.
Oh, look,
mobile game killer. Okay,
from 4 to 1. Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
And now we're here.
And will not pick up a controller to save her life, but
Actually, I just picked up my PS4 controller today. After
how much
a very
dust
long
fall
time.
off of that controller?
And basically what I did, I cleared my PS4. That's what I did. So I picked it up and I cleared it. So if you want that, John, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yes, I am also director of community and culture at Metro Esports, and I'm glad to be on the show today. Yeah, there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about and share with you guys. So if our producers could help me out here, I want to introduce to you a campaign that I launched through my department called Black in Esports. So as you can see on the screen, it says that less than 2% of the jobs in the professional esports industry are filled with Black and African American individuals. And it's definitely time for a change, like less than 2%. When you think about people who play video games, how many, even in the US, do you think are Black and POC people that play video games? Do y'all know?
Of all gamers?
Yeah, in the US.
I would say at least 20%.
I would have to. Well, we also have to consider that we are still the minority. I'm gonna go ahead and say about 10%.
Okay, so according to some research out there, Latinos and Black people spend more time on average playing video games than our white counterparts.
Really?
Yes. And we make up more than half of the consumers when it comes to console gaming. Which is interesting. Which is interesting to say because obviously we love the video game and esports space, but it is still pretty white dominated and Asian dominated globally. But we are out here and we play video games. We have to factor in PC gaming, which I wouldn't say is a huge space where a lot of Black and brown people have access to participate in lots of PC gaming. PCs are very expensive and it takes a lot to get that set up. And But with consoles, you just pick up your console one time. Maybe you download some DLCs and you're playing. And so we make up a huge part of the consumers who purchase video games. So yeah, professionally, especially esports, I feel like we should fill more roles. So in my campaign, not only are we highlighting current Black professionals in the esports and gaming industry, to raise awareness that we are here. But I'm also creating a pipeline. And if production can help me out again, so I'm creating a pipeline where we pull in aspiring professionals who come from a Black African American background. Um, and you don't have to be a pro gamer. You don't have to be someone who puts in hours in a game and you're a content creator. But you could be someone like me who loves to build community and is a professional at what I do. And I just happen to love esports. And so here I am. Or what about someone who's a great broadcaster, a great caster, commentator? Maybe you love to study or watch people playing games, or you just love industry news. You're still a part of that community. You still should be offered employment and
Thank you.
opportunities.
She's talking
So
about me, y'all. So thank you, Sneaker.
listen,
Thank you. You know,
yeah. So some of the things that I have already been doing is, of course, interviewing professionals and establishing partnerships with certain communities, and that even includes Blerd Approved Gaming. It's a Black ran community, and they're doing amazing things. They deserve to be highlighted. So you guys are first in the line through this pipeline where we can connect you with the industry, doing things that you already love in the gaming and esports space. There's money to be made and there's impact. There's impact out there that you could be landing. So why not create the opportunity for y'all?
I
All
can dig
right.
that. I can dig
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Definitely eloquently said. I
Yeah.
love everything about the fact that you guys is just, y'all understand the community and y'all understand the Black community, and that's really what powers this partnership, is that we all are Black and brown and we all are people of color, because everybody isn't just 100% Black. Everybody has something in them, but of course we all represent who we are. We're Black at the end of the day, and we all look different. We all are different. We all play different games, but guess what? We spend time playing these games and making these companies money. And
I just want to say this. I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh, you
All of us
gang.
gang, but only one of us on here is number one in Angry Birds right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Speak.
You know what I'm
Angry
saying?
Bird
Listen,
killer.
Angry
And you know who she
Birds rep.
remind me most of?
If
The
you're
Red Bird.
watching, oh my gosh,
Oh
really?
man,
There's
shots fired.
there's a pink bird on there, and she
It's like the
has
red and the pink
bubbles.
mix.
She has bubbles, and so when you hit the pig tower or the pig fort, it brings the pig fort up and it drops it down on all the rest of them.
Oh wow.
And yeah, she's powerful. She's like my number one powerful like extra bird. So yeah. Anyway, Angry Birds rep, if you watching, give me a call. 1-800
Listen,
City.
what's that company?
Hey.
Roxo or something like that? Roxio? It's like ROXIO, something like that. Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
to listen, reach out to Metro. Y'all can get a lot going on. Reach out to Sadiqa Jones, and she will definitely make sure that she give y'all a great review, because she is an all-star player. She is the LeBron James
of Angry Birds. Facts.
Man.
You know how LeBron James was born to play basketball? Well, these fingers, they were born to fling birds into pigs.
To fling birds into
Okay.
Just let them rip, right?
Yeah.
All right,
her pullback game and let go is top notch. You'll never listen.
That's what we're working on in 2022 is the pullback game. Okay? Pullback game all 2022.
All 2022. Okay, so I want to get into one more thing that we have going on at Metro Esports. So we're coming out of Black History Month, but we're Black all year, y'all. But we just are coming into Women's History Month. So I'm not only am I Black, but I'm a woman too. I'm getting celebrated twice in a row. But yes, so on March 12th, I will be hosting a panel with Metro Esports during our Metro Gears Women League. And we're going to do a panel, and it's called Let's Talk About It, Women in Gaming Edition. So I'll be pulling women that are professionals in the esports realm, whether they're a player or they're in corporate like me, caster, whatever. Women that are representing all facets of the esports industry and talking about what's going on with women in gaming right now. How are we progressing? Where are we? Are we getting equal pay? Are we being respected? Are we safe? Are we getting the same opportunities as our male counterparts? And what initiatives are happening around women? We want to talk about it and in a fresh way too. I was reading an article about women in gaming that was very refreshing. And a lot of times when we have these women only panels, we kind of talk about the obstacles that's in our way. And we understand that, especially as Black people, we understand the obstacles. So I really want to, yes, focus on the obstacles, but I want to focus on how our opposite counterparts and maybe others who don't even feel included, like our non-binary individuals out there. I want to speak about how we all work together to celebrate and honor and amplify women in this space. So there are men and non-binary individuals who amplify women every day. So this panel will talk about how we as a collective of people are progressing with women in the gaming and esports space. So check that out March 12th, 5 p.m. during our Gears League broadcast. I hope you guys tune in.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm happy to hear that you're doing that. Because honestly, in my opinion, I feel like we should never have in the first place needed any type of all women's league. The reason that it was needed is because it was created as a necessity because of the environment that these women were in. So I love the fact that this is an initiative that you guys are taking to highlight these women and their struggles, their triumphs, and everything in between. I'm super excited to see what that initiative is going to bring forth for the month.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I feel like I'm getting out of this and listening to this is we all have to learn how to respect women gamers at the end of the day, and we all have to listen to them and treat them, women gamers, the same way you treat yourself, the same way you go into a guy's stream and you hear him having fun and doing stuff. Treat the women the same way. They're not an item, they're not an object. They are women of all colors, shapes, sizes, all beauties and walks of life. Treat them with respect. Treat them the same way you would treat yourself. That's just how I look at it. You know, like if you love yourself, you respect yourself, you should respect everyone. We understand the attractions that we have towards people, but it's not always about the attraction. Sometimes it's okay to pay attention to the skill that the person has, regardless if they're beautiful or not. Regardless if you're male or female.
Yeah. And regardless of regardless of who you are, how you feel, what you identify as, or anything in between, the fact of the matter is we've all come from women. All of us. So there is a level of respect that we have to do better in all communities, not just gaming, not just anime, not just movies, like everything. Like we have to protect our women. We have to protect our Black women. We have to create more avenues for them to navigate and to be comfortable, regardless of what that avenue is for them.
Yes. And what I love about the panel is that we'll get to talk about how not only that is necessary, but how we as women uphold that for ourselves and how we can continue to be an example to everyone else, including ourselves, of how to uphold that respect and love that we very much deserve. So I'm excited for that.
100%.
Some of this women in gaming energy will be coming over to the Bag Show. So we will definitely be having a guest next week. I will not be telling you guys who it is. I mean, our Bag Show counterparts will know, but the rest of you guys who are watching, and make sure you tune in so you figure out who we have on the show next week. It may or may not be someone from our league. I can give you some insights on what it's like in the industry as a woman, as a player, as a professional. So yeah, make sure I'll tune into that.
Yeah, please tune into that. So just know, Bag, we with the ladies. Let's put it like that. We 100% support the women over here. So,
where the ladies at? Is that the right song?
that one right there, that's mine's right there. So
wow,
yeah,
don't do the disrespect.
yeah,
So.
and it is crazy because like I was gonna go completely the other way. I'm thinking Fat Man Scoop. If you're a chicken head, be quiet. Oh my
right?
make
Okay.
noise. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But just not the chicken head someone. You can be a male chicken head, okay?
But
Okay.
before I leave, y'all, I had a
Uh-huh.
question before I leave because you know, we can't talk about women in game. We can't talk about Women History Month without talking about our favorite female video game characters. Okay. I'll go
Very true.
first. I'll go first.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead,
All
ladies
right,
first.
this is it for me. I think it's interesting. One of my favorite female characters is Shiva from Final Fantasy.
Really?
I
I love
love
Shiva.
Shiva so much.
Oh
She
my
gets
god.
these different like iterations of her character like every game. I just love how like even though she's always a summon, in some ways I feel like she's less threatening. Like she has all these different facets of what type of Shiva she's gonna be. So like I really love Shiva so much. She's one of my cosplay dreams. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite iteration of Shiva? Because I love this is like
Nope.
a one
Let
that a
me
lot of
say
people
it.
don't like. Oh,
Let
go
me
ahead.
say it.
Go ahead.
Final Fantasy 14.
Okay. Final
Okay, what were you
Fantasy
gonna say?
14. See, one of mine is probably one of the unpopular ones, but I thought the concept of I think that was Final Fantasy 13, the twins that were motorcycles for Shiva.
Yes.
Was super
Yes, that was
interesting.
fire.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
fire. Yeah.
So, Mike, do you have a favorite woman in gaming?
Favorite woman in gaming?
It's me. No, I'm kidding.
Dun, dun, dun.
As so many, it's really, really hard to pick one. So I love them all. I love all the women characters.
You better not.
You know who
You
I
better
like?
not.
I like my
But-
Titan from Destiny 2 because she is a woman. That was my first character ever created in Destiny 2. For the most part, I usually create women characters. I have done that since I was a kid. I used to actually get teased for it because I will make a woman character. But I'm like, I want to play with her. I want to play the woman character. Like, you know, I don't use the word female towards certain things because, you know, it is what it is with that one. I do I use my lady character and I name her usually after my daughter. So it's like that's just
That's
me
sweet.
just
That's
saying
sweet.
the bravery goes into my female characters that I create. So, but you know, there we go.
Yeah, definitely. And I can relate to you. And by the way, I have to give a special shout out to our ghost back in the production lab who votes for Ikora as their favorite.
Oh, she's a beast in this one. Oh,
yeah,
she stepped her game
I've
up.
seen it open and sing. She a
don't play no
dog
game.
already. I'm ready.
Oh no, we're gonna punch her in the mouth.
Right, but my favorite woman character from a video game, it's kind of a cheat one, but it's one I also got teased about for the longest, but it's Storm. As a child, I always wanted Storm as my favorite X-Man, but growing up as a boy in the 90s and you're saying the girl is your favorite was a no-no, so just hit it.
Strange behavior.
Yeah. So look, I wanted Storm so bad as a kid that I would plug in my Sega Genesis cord and lick the other end of the power cord because I'm like, I'm getting these lightning, like I'm getting this superpower. I need it.
My gosh.
So
listen,
how I'm here today, I don't know.
With you. I will agree with you. So I will ride with Storm. Storm is probably the top of the line blackest character I can think of.
Oh yeah,
that is black.
There's also Black Panther.
She talks, the way she is, her bravery. She can literally shut everything down in that universe and literally just be like, okay, y'all want to play? All right, you're gonna get every major storm you can possibly think of right now. Yeah. So, you know,
yeah, definitely. And with Ultimate Alliance, both Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, 2, and 3, the X-Men Legends games, even some of the side-scrolling beat 'em ups, Storm is always top tier character. You come in with her and you shut it all down. Storms, hailstorms, tornadoes, whatever. Like she's got it in the bag.
She's bringing that fire. She's bringing that fire. Okay, so. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said one of the reasons why I even used female video game character because sometimes your favorite video game character that happens to be female is not human.
Yeah, Amaterasu and Okami.
Yeah,
was the embodiment of the sun goddess. So yeah. We definitely got to look out for them as well.
Y'all play with her in Smite.
Smite.
You'll get all them.
Yeah.
You'll get all the women characters.
Yeah,
get all of them.
Yeah,
and I play with them all. So, all right. So, Sadiq Love, I know you have to get out of here, but you should just join us real quick in helping us promote the giveaway. So I'm gonna let you take this one away. So
Sure.
yes, let's
All
get this
right.
giveaway going on.
Okay, there is a giveaway, guys. You got to check it out. You got to follow the instructions, follow the rules so you can enter to win a Nintendo Switch Lite, as well as a couple goodies from Metro Esports, which we will keep a little secret. But it's good. Make sure you go and follow everything Bag and everything Metro. I can tell you off the top of my head for Metro, make sure you follow us on Twitch, Metro Esports Live. Follow us on Insta, Metro Esports US. Follow us on Twitter, Metro Esports on Facebook. And if you got a LinkedIn, go and follow us on LinkedIn too and connect with me, Sadiqa Jones. Yes.
All that right there.
Metro all
All
day,
that right
Metro all
there.
day.
Simple
Now,
instructions.
make sure
We need
you
that.
guys
And
make sure you
definitely make
all
sure you.
follow
Yep. Go ahead.
Blerd Approved Gaming everywhere, especially on Facebook, y'all, so y'all can join the Facebook group. Make sure you follow on YouTube. Do we have the YouTube?
I think
Listen,
that's a YouTube.
make
That's
sure
a
you
YouTube.
follow
To be
on
determined. Let's put it like that.
TikTok.
So
Make sure
we
you
do have a
follow Blerd
YouTube.
Approved Gaming on TikTok because they drop these fire behind clips, y'all, of like all these like streams and just the funniest parts of their streams and everything. So if you're into that, make sure you follow them on TikTok. And hit them on Instagram as they're posting. If you hit them on Instagram, y'all, they will post more on Instagram. So make sure y'all get on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Help us create engagement. No, I'm playing.
It's like those guys got to earn a paycheck. So go ahead,
Yeah.
go comment, like, and all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
And if you if you pretty much hit the link trees, you can find all of our links. Please join the Metro Discord. That's very important. There's so much news up in there. There's going to be, the more of you that join, the more rewards we can give out. Help me help you. Give you things for free. All right. That's
Did
about
you say
it.
you were giving me
She
that
said,
free
that's
PC?
about it. All right, Sadiqa Love, before you get out of here, let them know where they can find you at.
Ooh, you can find me at Sadiqa Love everywhere on the internet, except for on LinkedIn. You can find me at Sadiqa Jones. And if you could just drop me a review of how professional and awesome I am, that would be great.
5 stars.
Yay.
This many.
All
All right, y'all. Thanks for having me.
All right, this has come to the end of our show. I want to thank Greg from Dad Pat Gaming, my co-host with me. Shout out to Nick Perry. You be back, Nick, with Captain's Lounge. He will hopefully he'll be here next week. He has some things he had to take care of today, but we holding it down for him. We powering in his ship, taking it to new heights. But make sure y'all follow me, Mike Hennessy, on Twitch. Make sure y'all follow me. It was Mike Hennessy 23 on Twitch. Make sure that you follow Blerd Approved Gaming on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, on all social medias. We're on all of them. Make sure that you follow us there. Greg, where can they find you?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Twitch, all under the moniker of Dad Pat Gaming. Please give me a follow, give me a like, give me a comment, and be with me as I go on these journeys of good hair days, because it's looking great today. Like, come catch more of these good hair days, please. We want it.
Listen, catch them hands with Greg Pat Gaming. He got some stuff. He a player. He does his gaming, so he takes it serious. So don't. Listen, y'all can catch these hands at any time with him. That's his thing. So
Right. I always say it's 2 things that you can catch year round: the common cold and these hands. We out here. We out here.
All right. So, this Friday, make sure that y'all watch the Friday Night Crucibles with Lelouch V. This Friday coming up. It's going to be something fun. We got some big things going on with the Friday Night Crucibles. Make sure that y'all check them. We'll be live on Facebook. We'll be live on YouTube. We'll be live on our Blerd Approved Gaming page. We'll be live on Metro Esports Live too. So make sure that y'all check us out this Friday. I don't know. I think I might make an appearance. I think I want to make an appearance because I want to. I know I'm not supposed to, but I might want to play a little bit. You never know. But nah. Just make sure that you guys check out Crucible Fridays. We're going to have special guests coming through. We're going to be having rotational guests with that. So anybody who's interested in coming into the stream this Friday, hit us up. Come to Blerd Approved Gaming. Let us know what you want to do. Bring your Titan. Bring it all. You know what I mean? If you got a good Titan, you got
bring
a
your
good
Warlock. What are you
Warlock,
talking about?
if you got a good
Come on
Hunter,
now.
which I don't listen. I'll take a Warlock any day of the week. I'm not messing with y'all Hunters. I'm just sorry. Y'all can talk as much as y'all want. Listen, I'm not trying to hear that Hunter stuff.
Right, with
Hunter
those
gang,
stupid
whatever.
crypt grenades.
Bye bye.
Ugh.
If I'm close enough, I'll punch that Hunter with my Titan. That's exactly what I'll do. But no, not voluntary. So, but we are signing off here, man. Thank y'all for joining us. We will see y'all next Tuesday live, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Until then, remember, y'all, always stay in your bag. Have a great day.